Welcome to episode 17 of my journey to 10k rating. Approaching the end of the challenge. I've got till April 14th, so I've got 4 days. It's Saturday, my last weekend with the challenge. This was last Friday night. Hope you enjoy. My name's Choo Choos. I've spent over 10 years competing in League of Legends professionally around the world. Now, as a full-time corporate rat, I want to figure out how to climb games as efficiently as possible. Follow my journey as I reach for the top 1% across multiple titles. I would probably need a first and a third in order to get this done. I've got a few days, so I'm confident I can get this done. The portal this one is doubleheader, where when you buy a card, you get an extra copy of it. I don't get this portal often, but it's also pretty straightforward. Really good with certain buff the tavern kind of situations. You get an extra copy of it. My choices were Ragnaros and Drekthar. Chose Drekthar because I figured that, I found that Ragnaros' hero power didn't count as buying 2 cards. But this challenge, this climb so far in 9k has honestly been a bit easier than the climb in 8k. I don't know, probably just gotten better. So the alternative here was I go for the triple. I triple into a Patient Scout. Great card to get at this point. And you can see I'm playing very much to conserve as much armor as I can. I've got an 11/11 Divine Shielded unit already. The other option was to level sell the Quill Wall, buy the banana and get 2 bananas. Getting the Patient Scout is quite good because it ensures... Wait, am I losing? No, okay, I'm tying. It ensures that I'll be able to discover a high cost minion because it's kind of doing the tavern leveling for me. So here I don't find any good 2 costs. I don't want to sell my Patient Scout already. So that's the downsides to staying on tier 1 for turn 2 is my shop or the minions I'm able to get 2 of aren't the best. But that is the trade-off I did in order to get a 12/12 Divine Shielded unit. Also, a lot of the time, tier 2 minions don't buff your board that much. But there goes half my armor. And then similar situation here. You really want to level early because you want to get as much value out of that portal power as you can. So I'm probably going to try and find options that I can level as much as I can. I'm essentially getting 2 minions here. Do I sell the Scout? I don't think I would sell the Scout. I'm going to sell the Volumizer. I want to keep the pair. The climb in 9k feels oddly familiar to the climb in 8k. I think you might be getting matched up against similar people, but I've had a lot more success in my climb in 9k than I have had in 8k. Maybe that's because I've played a bit more and I figured out the meta or what to look for. Just the natural tendency of playing the game a bit more. I also found that I'm learning a lot more from the people I'm playing against. Trying to see the trends or the lines that people are doing. So similar situation, we really want to be looking to proc the portal power and leveling. So I'm going to discover a forecast. I'm losing. I want to stop losing. So I want to take the strongest minion I can get. And it's probably going to be the Naga. I'm going to buy the spell again, steal a minion. Looking to sell something. Probably want to keep the... Just in case I get an Avenge Time Warp, I want to keep the Undead. But I hope you guys have had a good climb this season. I get a crazy first hit with the poison there. 70% chance to lose. The guy's not happy that I mowed him back. Been watching a few videos from Shady and that on the new patch. Looks very exciting. We'll switch things up. But this game ends up being a Quillball one. First time warp. If you see it, you see it. Yeah, so with Elise, after I reroll 5 times, I will golden, and obviously with the portal, I get 2 of those same golden units. So I reroll, I find the 4 cost now, Tycoon, and then I get to proc 2 triples. Elise is such a good Time War minion. I think most people end up taking her, but in this particular portal, you can see I'm getting a lot of value. And then here I was tossing up, should I take Broodmother or Titus? Just because I have Tycoon. Figured I could get a lot of procs with Broodmother, but you don't, there's going to be games where you never actually find Titus, so may as well take it as soon as I find it. And then I end up having a bit of a wacky board. I sell my Divine Shielded unit. I don't have the best ways to proc Tycoon. Also, having Elise, Titus, and 2 Tycoons only gives me 3 slots to proc this Avenge. So, I don't know if my board really upgraded here. I need to find some more Avenge. I'll probably lose this round, but it's okay. But it looks like I'm going to be playing an undead board so far. Yeah, so my bomb's at 20. 20. This guy, for some reason, has a lot of health. We have a pretty good board. We just need to try and iron things out with a bit more Venge. Looks like I want to level, and then I'll probably just take the taunt. I probably could have rolled twice and then sold something else to get 3 gold. I get 2 copies of it. But buying the double taunt, this stabilizes my board, because now what do I want? I want to get value out of that skeleton. Let's see what this guy has. Another Naga player. Sapper build. Also going to lose this one. Okay, that's pretty fortunate. I get more procs. But is this 10? This is probably 10. So this next round is quite important. I'm at 15. I'm looking to reroll, proc my Elise by 2 goldens, and currently looks like I'm playing undead, but Tycoon is not the best unit. I have a Titus, so there's a few things. Okay, so there you go. We find 3 little quills, haven't buffed my gems at all, triple into a crone, and then I triple into a crone pair. Sure, playing both crones doesn't matter that much, but I guess I'm playing quill balls now. And that's how Hearthstone goes. So I'm rolling again, I'm going to get another proc. Happens to go on a great minion. I'm going to get 10 gold for that and a triple. I'm really hoping for the guy that can buff my gems, but don't find him. None of this is particularly useful. I really don't want to lose this next round. Do find Jazza, which helps a lot. And then I find Bran. Okay. So I can probably... I mean, the best way to grow my gems in this spot is... Okay, so there we go. We find Titus. And then I'm not playing Bran with that because I think I want to keep Elise in.
Huh?
And then I don't want to buy Titus because... I mean, I could buy a Quillbore or something, but I don't want to spend my 3 gold on it because I will get 2 of it if I buy it first next round, which will give me a golden Titus for anyone who didn't think. Well, I make a lot of mistakes when I play this game, but I mean, that was a mistake. I probably should have bought a minion with 3 gold. So we get second time warp, and I immediately see discover 3 minions of your tavern tier. I also see Divine Shield. my end game is pretty sorted. I'm just trying to find ways to buff my gems. So I instantly level. I'm looking for, there he is, looking for Sanguine. Only find the one, which is fine. And then I get Golden Titus. Hopefully I find another Sanguine, because every combat matters quite a lot here. I find Taunt though, which is just as good, if not better actually. And then I don't mind buffing health because I'm going to taunt them. And then what I'm thinking about here is with Drekthar's hero power, I need to be quite careful about who is getting the most attack. Who do I want to summon? So fortunately it does go on 3 Little Quills. And I was thinking about this while I was playing, but I was like, do I want to summon Titus or do I want to summon 3 Little Quills? And then I thought that 3 Little Quills is at least buffing other Quillballs while Titus won't get buffed. The trade-off is Titus will buff those Quillballs a lot more. I happen to find another Crone here, which is perfect because Crone is a bit of a shit card where it's not like Titus. It won't keep stacking on itself. It is either going to be golden, where it stacks triple in combat, gems give stats 3 times, or gems give stats twice. And I don't think I knew that this game. I don't think I've ever played Crone before. Bursting the Ghost, which is a bit of a relief. We can now start taking 15 damage. I want to find armor, if I can find it. And then I don't think I knew in this game how Crone works. If I have a golden one and a normal one, does it compound? Because you can see here, I'm reading the 2 abilities and then I realize it's either 3 times or 2 times. So a bit of a waste of gold there. Could have bought Scout to keep the money and then just bought the 1 Crone. I find Paint Smudgler, which when I cast a spell, a Tavern Tier spell, will play 3 gems on my minions. This was a bit sus because I don't want those gems to go to things. I don't want those gems to go to minions that I don't want to summon. I find armor. Armor's good. And then I think in hindsight, I shouldn't. I think I just commit here and then I realize, oh shit, the gems went on the Crone. So I felt like, okay, fuck, I've made a mistake. You can see I'm like, why did I play this? This is not a good idea. I end up committing to it. Keeps going on the Crone. I'm summoning 2 Crones this next combat. I need to find ways to buff my 3 Little Quills even more. Not the end of the world, but a misplay on my part. Hope you've all had a good climb towards the end of the season. This guy has a bit of everything. Doesn't seem like he could find as much direction as he wanted. So I don't think he's even going to... Yeah, he's not even going to kill anything. That's pretty unfortunate. Just couldn't find direction of what he wanted to play. Maybe he tried to pivot a bit too late on. For some reason, I just shoot up to 2nd here. I think at this point, I'm just buying every... The alternative is I'm trying to triple Sanguine. So I end up passing on it. I'm looking for Sanguine. Bit greedy on my part, but you do want to get value out of that first thing you buy. I end up finding another Jazza, which... Okay, so I end up not buying the Jazza. I buy the more gems. And then I assume I'm going to play these on my 3 Little Quills. Probably could have done that with just 2 gems and gotten 2 Jazzas. But that's okay. The other thing to think about while I'm watching this is I want to play 7 minions. But you can see, okay, so I just sold one because if my 3352 minion died off the bat, I would then summon another crone, as opposed to summoning the other Quillbore. So I realize summoning the other 3 little Quillbores. So I realize in this moment that I actually need to buff the other 3 little Quillbores above 22 attack. Just on the odd chance that my 3352 gets one shot at the start of the combat. Versing King Mukla, who is playing Mex. Mex is disgusting. I can't wait for next season where everything is going to change. I find a great card here. The guy who just buffs my gems. Essentially, that's 2 combats of my Sanguine proccing. And then I could buy... There's 2 minions I could buy here. The Quillbore or the 110. I'm also buffing my other 3 little Quill. Still under 22 attack. So you could argue I should continue to play 6 minions. I can take 20 damage this next combat. Versus Mech. Mech is quite a hard thing to purchase against. I think removing Reborn, removing Taunt is really good. Yeah, you can see I end up selling it. I don't want to take the risk, and then I think there we go. So I just freeze. I find Foodie is what he's called. My board is pretty set. There's not much I need to do. It's just a matter of how fast I can scale my gems. And then hoping that outscales the lobby. I think Quillbores is my favorite board. I really like Spell Power boards with Undead Carapace. I know everyone was sick of those boards when they were out. So my gems are going crazy here. I really need these other 3 little Quills to die though. I need them to die before my Titus attacks. So what is that, 18? So this guy's still in it. I wonder if I'd play these spells in my hand. Because I don't want to buff anything above... Okay, so there you go. I take the gems because I'm like, I need a guarantee. I can play all the spells because my gems are strong enough at this point. So this is perfect. Now when one of my Quillbores dies, the other one is guaranteed to survive. Another Titus is not bad. What am I looking for? What is the best thing I can find? I think it's another Sanguine. Instead of my Charlie is Charlie good? Charlie's not terrible, but like I said, I need to make sure that these 2 Quillbores die. So I don't want them to get buffed too much. I think I want to play... Yeah, okay. I was just thinking. I want to be playing Divine Shields. So Geo Magus Rugog is probably the best card I could play here. It's probably just Sanguine, Divine Shielded Quillbore, and that's it. Man, I wonder what the math is on playing two Tituses. If I was to buff my Titus so that I spawn 2 of them, is that better than spawning another 3 little Quills? I think if I find another Titus and I golden it, I'll for sure play it. God, he's 2 golden Apexies and a normal. He doesn't have Titus though, which makes me feel a lot better. So I do find Geomagus. And then I find Sanguine, so I'll probably freeze this. And then this is probably the strongest my board could be. I'm going to sell Party Enthusiast. Play 2. I guess, wait. What I'm thinking about is, because I'm playing 18 gems. When my first 3 little Quills dies, I'm playing 18 gems on this guy. And if he buffs the wrong guy, then I will summon not another 3 little quills. So you can see it's actually getting kind of tricky, because if I continue playing 6 slots, I'm guaranteed to spawn another one. But I don't want to... It's a bit of RNG involved in this game, because I could just play him, and then 18 is coming from one, and then another 18 is coming from the other 3 little quills. And then on 2 Geomaguses, that's 18, 18, 36. So I'm getting 36 extra gems across my board, and 2 Divine Shielded units. Or I can guarantee I summon another 3 little quills. Looks like I'm going to keep playing the safe route. The guys found 2 Tiduses. And I'm favored to lose. Man. Yeah, this guy's volumizer is scaling like crazy. So it looks like volumizers is outscaling me. I haven't found a way to buff my gems enough. I'm getting all my procs. But you can see I'm only buffing one. I'm only buffing one Quill Ball by the end of this combat. Because that's the good thing about mechs, is they're such low attack early on. They're not actually going to kill my 3 little quills. So at this spot, I think my best option was to either try and match his scaling by buffing my gems, but this is the last combat. I think I should probably be looking for Leroy or removing Undead Reborn. I'm buying the Naga, probably trying to find... I could also buy a summon board, like something that dies and summons. Looks like I'm just trying to proc my Naga, and I'm hoping this Naga is enough. So it gets Poison and Divine Shield. The best card was probably to find the Remove Reborn and Taunt. He ends up playing... Oh, so he finds Golden Tidus. I'm 100%, or 0.1% chance of me winning. He also finds the my Hero Power. And it looks like my Poison is going to proc on his Apexies. That should do it. We'll take the second. Putting us to 9,935. Thanks for watching, guys.